Y'all, welcome to my first major DNC 2024 recap. First of all, welcome to the Danielle Moody channel on YouTube. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so excited that you are here. I need as many subscribers as possible because y'all, mainstream media ain't it. It's not where it's at. It is here. And so go send this video to a friend, send the channel to a friend, and let's get the party started. So first off, you all know that my journey to Chicago, if you follow me on social media on the broke down site called Twitter at D2Cents, DEETWOCENTS, then you know that it was not a easy ride to Chicago. My flight was canceled on Sunday because of weather. Thanks, climate change. And then it took me about 5 hours to get to Chicago from New York on Monday. But nonetheless, let me tell you something. When I arrived, it was a super full moon outside. I jump into my taxi from O'Hare and head to downtown Chicago. The skyline was lit up red, white, and blue. My taxi driver was playing the convention on his phone so that I could watch it and hear it through the car. The energy, I began to tear up immediately. And I will say this. I have been in and around politics for well over a decade. And I have not felt this excited, this much energy, this much hopefulness. And for those of you who that have been listening to me on Woke AF or The Daily Beast, The New Abnormal, or my show Democracy Ish with Wajahat Ali on Mary Trump Media, you know that I carry around what I refer to as a mustard seed of hope. Because over the last 8 to 9 years, under Trumpism, under MAGA, it's all that I could have was like this, but baby seed. But what we know about seeds, right, is that when we plant them and we water them and we tend to them, they can grow. And so when I tell you that that mustard seed, when the seismic shift happened, when Joe Biden did the unbelievable, courageous act, an act of patriotism to step away from power, which you know, y'all, white men don't do. And I don't care whether they are Democrat or Republican. We know, they don't do that. So for him to do that and then to endorse his vice president, Kamala Harris, that mustard seed of hope grew into a little garden. But when I tell you that since touching down in Chicago, that garden has turned into a meadow, when I tell you that the tears that have been streaming down my eyes and the patriotism, because as Michelle Obama said on night 2 of the convention, and by the way, we are going to dig in to that speech, they don't have a monopoly on what it means to be an American. We have ceded too fucking much to this Republican Party. We ceded them religion. We let them monopolize faith. We let them monopolize family. We let them monopolize and own patriotism and the flag because they want to go to Old Navy and go buy their flag outfits as they decide to go and invade our Capitol building, right? We have ceded so much as Democrats over the years. And when I tell you that the last month is a month of reclaiming who the fuck this country is and what we are about, baby, last night was beyond, okay? So first off, I have the good fortune of being here with Mary Trump Media and my fellow Nerd Avengers. And it is a time, right? Like we are having a fabulous time. And this week you can catch us in the mornings on About Last Night at Mary Trump Media, what we're doing at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. And just way too early on the West Coast. So y'all catch the video. But let's just talk about Michelle Obama. Let's just get into it, okay? Because I could talk to you about the roll call, and the music and the fire and the energy. The energy that is in United Center is electric, okay? It is like a Beyonce concert on steroids. It is electric. And when I tell you that we are going to fucking win, I mean it. We are going to win. This is our time. So when Michelle Obama came out on that stage last night, and I'll get to Doug. Doug's speech was also amazing. I am heartened by that man, by his form of masculinity that needs to be replicated over and over again, because we have just been fed a toxic version of masculinity through this misogynistic, woman hating Republican Party. But let's get into it with Michelle. First off, let me be superficial for a moment. She looked fucking incredible, okay? The queen braids going, braided up and then just down the back, the black power suit, the face was beat and just looked extraordinary. I was with one of my good friends last night as we are watching in the arena. And I couldn't get choked up, because I will tell you that I have missed Michelle Obama, but this was a different Michelle Obama. This was a free Michelle Obama. You know, way back when, and I will harken back to Beyonce a number of times, but way back when, my friend Melissa Harris Perry, formerly of MSNBC, law professor, author of Sister Citizen, she was writing for Elle magazine, and the Lemonade album came out. And she said in an essay, lemonade is what you get when you allow Black women space to dream. Because Black women live in this society where we are expected to carry the weight and burden, to be the bridge builders, but to not receive the respect, to not receive the attention that is positive, right, about the work that we consistently have to do of battling both misogyny and racism, okay? The misogynoir. So when Black women are able to get to a space, to ascend to a space where they are free of giving a fuck about who is chastising them, because they have arrived in their place, right? And this is something that I want to be able to do outside of fame and wealth and all of these things, but something that is inside of us that says, you don't get to shrink me because you are intimidated by me. You don't get to silence me or invisibilize me because you don't like how my hair looks, how my face looks. I mean, you all saw, right, when Marjorie Taylor Greene had the audacity to come for Representative Jasmine Crockett, right? And we got that brilliant alliteration from Jasmine Crockett that said, so your badly built butch body, bleach blonde body. When Black women are free, it looks like what Michelle Obama offered last night. Michelle Obama is not on her husband's campaign trail. Michelle Obama is not in the golden cage of the White House where you have to mind your manners and watch what you say and blah, 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 because there are rules, right? Like, because there was a certain level of decorum that was expected. And we know that Black people are always critiqued more, right? And are not given as many chances. So when she graced the stage last night and she talked about the affirmative action of generational wealth, she talked about the small-mindedness and the narrowness of Donald Trump and the Republican Party. She talked about their lies that they spread. She talked about the fact that Her and her husband are two highly educated, successful people who happen to be Black. When she talked about who is going to tell him, right, that the job that he's seeking is one of them Black jobs, I mean, folks, it was bomb drop after bomb drop after bomb drop. It went from a speech to a roast to a read that motherfucker for filth. It was beyond. And that is the energy that this Democratic Party has needed for so long, because Michelle Obama in 2016 told us, when they go low, we go high, right? But high does not mean that you ignore the bully, right? Or you speak kindly to the bully in the hopes that somehow, some way they will respect you. No, 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 no. You just don't have to go to the sewer with them, but you can read them for filth nonetheless. And that is what she did last night. On top of which, she leaves the stage, major mic drop. When I tell you that I was hitting the man next to me, because I was just like, I worship at the church of Michelle Miss Me with the Bullshit Obama, okay? Like, when I tell you I was standing up taller, when I tell you that I woke up today just feeling vibrant, feeling energetic, and knowing in the bones that we are going to win, because the vision that the Democrats have been laying out for America the last 2 days, that is the America that I believe in. That is the can do, possible, do something America that I am willing to fight for. They are not going to get one over on us this time. Folks, if you are listening to this video, I tell you to share this. Folks need to organize, organize, organize. Don't get it twisted and get caught up in the motherfucking polls, okay? Because I say this all the time. The only poll that matters is the poll booth that you're walking into on November 5th. So go to voter registration. Make sure that you are still registered, because since 2020, oh, those Republican states, those red states have purged almost 20 million voters from the rolls. So don't just assume that you are registered to vote. You make sure that you are registered to vote, and you make sure that everyone around you is registered to vote, that you continue hosting, right, these conversations and house parties, and that you have those hard, difficult conversations with your family members, with your colleagues. We are going to win this because we are not going to leave a stone unturned. We are not going to leave an ear unspoken to, that we are going to continue to run through the tape. We have, folks, less than 80 days. We have but 10 weeks left to make history. Do not take this moment for granted. Do not take the days for granted. Do everything that you can every single day. It is not enough to just donate once. It is not enough to just have one conversation. This is an all-in, roll up your sleeves, do the work. As Tim Wall said, we will sleep when we are dead. Because I want November to be victorious. I want us to reclaim this country. I want what Michelle Obama said, which is the unfinished promise of America. And we can only do that if we deliver not only Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House, but we deliver them a Congress that is willing to work with them. So that means a Democratic Senate and a Democratic House. Okay? Folks, it's time to do something, as Michelle Obama said, because these candidates that we have, they're not perfect. Politicians are never perfect. So don't get caught up in the Goldilocks, as she said, ideology of everything has to be just right. Do not allow your anxiety to seep back in. Beat it back, because I believe in my heart that we can get this done. All right, folks, that is it for me here. Check back in with me tomorrow for a recap of day 3 of the DNC. As always, power to the people, and to all the people, power. Stay fabulous. Organize, organize, organize. Do something.